feature a team that loves getting it done through the air. The Bills are #1 in pass TDs, and they go up against the Dolphins defense that will try to keep them out of the end zone. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves in New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And the catch made by Leonte Carroo. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense, and what a big-time play there.
And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete to open things up. Let's go. Play fake. Brissett. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
They go play action with Brissett. He's going to float this one deep right side. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
There are the numbers last week for Jay Ajayi. 18 carries, 87 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Josh Perry, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
And blink of an eye, that happened fast. And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Darren Lee in there yet again. What else is new as he continues? To rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And Frank's kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So as it turns out, that sack does not wind up costing him, at least in terms of getting points. They get 3.
Yeah, once you see your quarterback go down the backfield, you think, uh-oh. But fortunately for them, their kicker came to the rescue and made sure they got something out of that drive after all.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bag. Well, let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense. Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Play action now. Brissett trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 19th touchdown now of the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. He's in the MVP race, no doubt. Last year, Zeke finishing 3rd. Fournette trying to better that.
Love his body control. Love how he's physical yet fluid when he runs his routes. And that's why he finds himself open so often.
Picking up where he left off in that great performance a week ago. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A chance for us now to discuss Jay Ajayi. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. The throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Ajayi escapes him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Give him 30 yards there. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
Yeah, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Third and long, it's Tannehill. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Matt Milano with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills getting set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Play fake to Ajayi. It's Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Darren Lee in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Tannehill. And he's going to go down again. Matt Milano in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year, and his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Darren Lee able to disrupt yet another pass play. His third sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a third and still about 12 to go.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties. And they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Come on, let's go.
On play action, Brissett being chased out left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Come on, let's go. Fire 38. Fire left round. Flex round.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. Man open right side. It's the tight end Clay. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Let's go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Wake in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long.
Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side. And got his man complete. Past the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Holding offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
On play action, they'll throw. Cameron Wake, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here's Colton Schmidt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Jay Ajayi works his way back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give him a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Tannehill now to give to Ajayi. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistent.
He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now a carry from Mack. And he's got some space here. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Let's go.
Staying on the ground with Mack. Shoves him aside. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Here we go.
They'll run with Mack. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. They'll run it with Mack. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Julius Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times, it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. First down throw for Brissett. Looking deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Brissett now. He's going to look deep down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit. Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. Austin's got it left side. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin first down.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Off play action, Tannehill under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he gets it away, and it's a laser, headed for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Brissett on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Second down, Brissett again. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
Obviously, a big play was needed. And you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this.
Let's go!
They go play action here on 1st down. That is incomplete. And the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Fake, Brissett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former Bill, Kiko Alonso. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. With Brissett rolling to his left. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule. where the offensive player fumbles the ball, goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Now a play fake here on first down. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Now Mack. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I need your help on this one. We just saw an extra point blocked. Do you think the rain had anything to do with it getting blocked?
Everything goes a little bit slower, but I'll tell you what, the snap and the hold, they look good.
Yeah, and most of the time, I love when you bring that up about it getting slower. It's deliberate when it gets slower, right? Because you have to go through it a little bit more. You want to be just a little bit more careful catching the ball, putting it down, and giving him a chance to kick it.
On first down, Tannehill. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, here's Tannehill. Over the middle, he hits Austin. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Tannehill now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Play action now. Brissett steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And that'll give him a 2-score lead here, but I'm done looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. So we've reached halftime in a wild first. And before we could even hear from Larry, we're back and ready to go in Week 5. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now Tre'Davious White on the return. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions? And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Bills will extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what. Well, his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. To throw on second down is Tannehill. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Joshua Perry in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Darren Lee in there yet again. My goodness, make it 5 sacks for him now in this one game alone.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your play.
That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go!
Here's Mack. And some space here. Open space inside the 10. That good for 19 and a first down.
After those plays, the offense coordinator has feel like he has balance in his favor. Threw it, then ran it, both for nice chunks of yardage. Now he feels like he's got things going in his direction, but the defensive coordinator, his guys are off balance a little bit. How does he set up, and what does he plan for in the next play? Is there a tendency there he can lock in on and maybe set his defensive call?
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Come on, let's go!
Now they try the right side here. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Cameron Wake, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention he deserves if he got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you got a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
They'll start out on the ground with Ajayi. He finds an opening past the 40. He's at the 40. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play here for the Bills. And even 40 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Let's go!
Brissett now on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. And he's certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A chance for us now to discuss Jay Ajayi. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now Tannehill. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They run with Ajayi. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield, and spilling everything. I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And Frank's kick is good. And the Dolphins are going to be forced to settle for 3. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Bills on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On play action, we're set. Going up top. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. There's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. And here come the Bills. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. Put on that play.
Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Let's go!
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 12 yards that time and a Bills 1st down. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play here for Buffalo. 42 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Now they try the right side here. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And that's off the mark, incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And now it's 2nd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
It's caught outright by Graham. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Matt Milano, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Tannehill, and the pressure gets to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play here for the Bills. 57 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
After the penalty, it's McCoy. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, inbounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
The Bills on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Brissett. And he lost the football. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This is taking you to the 13. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that...
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Here we go.
Brissett to throw on first. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Throwing, Brissett. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Well, one of the few things that's gone right for them. Likely a little too late, but maybe a little feather in their cap.
I think so, and to me, they played that play without looking at the scoreboard, without worrying about where they were in the score, because things haven't gone right, as you noted, for them much of this game, but they gave great effort there and picked up a defense that's had its share of troubles in this one.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Just 1 yard to go here on second down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Over the middle, able to find Carew. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Here's Tannehill. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Matt Milano in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Tannehill. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Now it's Tannehill. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
And now out come the Bills. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And they just had another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Elsewhere, they're on to the fourth quarter at MetLife Stadium. And the Giants, they wind up winning that one. Eli Manning, 2 touchdown passes in the W. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo
Exactly.
going. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Matt Milano in there yet again. My goodness, make it 5 sacks for him now in this one game alone.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain